Alright guys, welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. We're on the Namatsu, where they're doing crazy human puppetry stuff. There's someone who's trying to fend me off, a scientist that works here that has realized I'm breaking in. And we're about to take this tram towards wherever she is, where probably have to face off any defense. Yep, here we go. No loading screen. Kinda thought there might be one. So it seems like we're setting up for her to try to stop me in some way. We have to explore this area, and we're looking for the germ warfare lab, which is exactly where she currently is. NBD? Alright. Oh, weapons locker access. I should have looked up the code before opening it. We got the, medical closet and weapons locker, 4077. A reward for all that time I spent looking at every computer in the area. Whether the content's interesting or not, whether the conversations are interesting or not, there's always little secrets that are worth investigating. What are we getting here? Pick up? A Nemesis Arms gyrojet pistol. And what else do we get here? Hello? Anyone really use pistols around here? Let's stash it for now. And... ooh, an Ares voltaic grenade. Thank you. I don't know if they've fixed the glitch yet, where if you give party members certain items, the items just disappear forever. That was an issue at launch. It was a really bad thing with the shaman summon items. It's like, oh yeah, I want to summon that crazy thing. I got it as a quest reward, and then you give it to somebody and it never works. Hello, creepy clone people. So they probably all have kill orders, huh? They're probably all going to attack as I walk through here. Row upon row of man-sized pods line the walls of this room. Each pod contains a single occupant, men and women bound by restraints, all of them apparently asleep. The people in the pods seem almost peaceful in their slumber. They occasionally twitch and sway, but otherwise they remain motionless. Examine the nearest pod. You lean in to get a closer look. The sleeper inside has the weathered, craggy features that you've come to associate with the street-level living, but he's wearing a surprising amount of chrome for a homeless man. Ugly welts and bruises mottle his skin, and a handful of fresh wounds paint his torso. The incisions on his torso are surprisingly neat and clean. A recent surgery, perhaps. On closer inspection, you see a slim, braided cable that stretches from the wall to the sleeping man's data jack. The other end of that cable has been hooked to a nondescript, shall we say, device that has been integrated into the pod. Glancing down the line of pods, you see that all of the sleepers are connected to their pods in a similar fashion. There is a peculiar energy in this room. I feel many presences, but all of them are relaxed, as if in a deep slumber. Isabel points the device to one of the sleepers that one of the sleepers is jacked into. Handyman, take a look at that. My guess is they're all in a deep dream state via matrix induction, living false lives to keep them docile. They probably have Bunraku-style lockout once they're brought out of it. In short, they're human robots. All of them. We're talking about literal, like the Matrix, basically, like having a false life. What a fucking nightmare. And they're going to attack us, right? We've established that they have like an assassin mode. Yep. Something clanks nearby. The sound reverberates in the still air, stretching and lengthening into a persistent hum. It sounds like the ambient hum of an air circulation system, but as you listen, it grows louder. It gradually dawns on you that the noise isn't coming from the walls, but from the pods that protrude from them. There is something disconcerting about that sound. His hand drops to the hilt of his katana. I cannot place it, but there's another loud clink, and you catch a hint of motion in the pod nearest you. The pod's occupant, a battered troll, riddled with chrome, shifts uneasily against the restraints. As you watch those restraints disconnect, the troll's and eyes slide open. What? And the face twists into a hateful snarl. They've got him brainwashed or something. Look into his eyes, handyman. There's nothing going on in there. A monitor nearby you flickers to life. A nervous-looking Dr. Tang addresses you, eyes darting frantically around the room. I cannot allow you to enter my lab. There are millions of new Yena research in here, and I can't let you threaten it. If you try to get any closer, I'm going to have to stop you. I've seen what you're doing to these people, Doc. I'm gonna put a stop to your research permanently. I can't let you do that, I can't. She looks off to the right, just off screen, and makes a slicing gesture with her right hand. She hisses to somebody off camera. I gave you the signal, open the pods, damn it. Wake the damn things. The troll peers at you through red, vacant eyes. The door of his pod slides open like a chain reaction. Several other pods follow suit. There's an explosion of motion from the pods, and the subjects contained within charge you like a pack of rabid beasts. Pretty much as you'd expect. Oh, that one is spellcasting. So they're probably... I get the feeling they might all be unarmed, but they're all going to have special powers, either from cybernetic enhancements or magical capabilities. Oh, that person's healing themselves every turn. Yeah, that's just a cloud of enemies right now. Alright. Well, killing hands. May as well establish that right off the bat. Hey, you. Just gonna peck away for a little while. There we go. Oh yeah, I still have an extra turn because I didn't have to move at all. That's handy. Counter-Strike. So I'm probably gonna get meleeed a lot in the next turn or so. So the other characters go first. Let's see, you have stunning capability. With your metal attacks. Duncan standing right next to you. Let's see, let's have Duncan start with a beanbag shot. Minus 2 AP. You can go to metal. And that gives your melee... oh, he's already knocked out, just from that one attack. Alright, subdue. Yay, that person gets to live. Whatever shell of a life they're allowed to have at this point because of how fucked up this whole scenario is. Another chance to stun somebody. Anyone in melee range? I could hit that character. Nope, not quite. Alright, you follow up on the character behind you now. Just start slicing away. All out of AP, good. Follow up on this one. Just take out any AP we can so they just don't get turns if I can do anything about it. Double tap. There we go, that's some serious damage. Does that say anything about Jason's enemies? No. Yep, our teammate's safe. Alright, one is knocked out, one's almost dead. She wouldn't have a turn right now if I had successfully stunned her, but it didn't work out that way. Alright. Yeah, just go chase that guy. Why not? You can't run from me. Oh, jeez. That's a hell of a crit. Vampiric kill. Right, I get healed from killing people with that character because of my upgraded fist weapons. That comes in handy. Oh, wait. I can basically guarantee the finisher with a mercy kill. Boop. Really dodged. God damn it. Alright. Stop it. Stop dodging things. Deadeye shot. Double tap. Oh wait, they're already stunned. I can just do the coup de grace. My bad. You turn to see Dr. Tang watching the scene from the telecom. Her face visibly pales as the final test subject falls to the floor. She sputters, barely able to form a coherent sentence. You? I can't... All of them? She stares bug-eyed into the camera, her pupils flitting back and forth as she takes the carnage on the screen. But they were supposed to be killing machines. Their cyberware was top of the line. Oh, did I break your toys? They weren't toys, damn it. They were invaluable research subjects and the end results of years of research. I know that doesn't mean a thing to you, but they were worth more than you could imagine to the science that we're doing here. All that time, all that work flushed down the drain for nothing. I sacrificed those subjects to stop you. You know why? Because you can't be down here. I'm not kidding, you have to turn back the way you came. Look, you have no idea what we're storing down here, how dangerous this place is. Her voice is level, but you can hear the undercurrent of desperation there. Your even being here is a huge breach of every lab's safety protocol in the books, but you can still turn back. There isn't a chance in hell that I'm blowing out of this job. I'd suggest that you get over it. Duncan nods. You heard the man. We're in this for up to our armpits already. We got no intention of turning back now. All that you're doing right now is pissing me off. Look, you don't get it. I work in a BSL-4 hot lab. That means I'm surrounded by aerosolized, lethal, highly infectious pathogens. Her voice comes out of in a tight rasp. Literally anything that you find in here could kill you, horribly. Hell, half the stuff in here could cause a global pandemic if we were to escape quarantine. This is the most important. This is more important than your damn job. She takes a deep breath and releases it to the mic. Look, I don't expect you to listen to me, but I'm going to say this one last time. It would be in everyone's best interest if you turned back, especially yours. She cuts the transmission and her face winks out across the various TRID screens in the room. Do I even have the ability to go backwards? I'm genuinely curious if I'm even able to click on anything back there. Oh wait, that's where I came from. No? Where'd I come from? Oh yeah, this is where I came from, the tram. Yeah, right, I can't actually turn back anyway. This is just how the story's supposed to play out. There's no alternate objective of, go the other way, dude! There's two directions I can go in. They're probably just both marked because they're both places I haven't been yet. Oh, that's the... Is that where she is? Maybe I'll teleport over there next. Maybe I'm so zoomed out that I'm seeing parts of the map I'm not supposed to be able to see from inside this chamber. That seems like the way to go. What's up here, though? Locked? Nothing I can do about that? Alright, down here. Having us a Shadowrun adventure. Alright. Boop. Breaking quarantine. Ending the world, fa la la. Another tram. Alright, new spot. Hello. You have a fish floor? I want a fish floor. It's mine now, I live here. Terminal. The door is sealed tight. An access panel beside it flashes red with the message, Laboratory Gamma 4 quarantine, security lockdown engaged, access level Omega 4 required for entry. Locked. Shouldn't be a problem though. Try the key card that you picked up, the handyman. If I remember correctly, it should have the appropriate credentials. You lift the key card from the slot, but before you can slide it, the figure of a frightened woman erupts into the scanner screen, Dr. Janet Tang. I told you before, you can't come in here. Her breaths come in tight, panicked gasps. She's doing her best to stay calm, but she's clearly terrified. I don't like repeating myself, so listen. Please. This lab is restricted for a reason. Besides the obvious fact that it's full of deadly contagions, it also contains highly sensitive and very expensive equipment that is only trained scientists can handle. You barge in here and mishandle a single vial and you will in all likelihood infect yourself with whatever's inside. That would be a disaster, and I mean quite literally. Guess you'll have to give me better incentive not to mishandle any vials then. Beads of sweat trace their way down the forehead. Are you joking or are you crazy? How many times do I have to tell you what'll happen if you come in here and make a mistake? Gaichu sneers. If this researcher is truly worried, she is sure to have already sealed the truly dangerous pathogens away. In labs such as these, samples can rapidly be shuttled away to secure refrigeration units via remotely controlled drones. I should know. I guarded one once upon a time. Then it's settled. Coming through. Alright. Seems like we basically just got a warning not to touch things from this point on, at a risk of maybe even causing some kind of permanent damage to my character. What's in here? Not really much interactive stuff in here in general so far, actually. Oh, there she is. Hi there. Oh look, it's the refrigeration unit. So what are we gonna do now? Dr. Janet Tang stands firm, She's unnaturally composed given the situation. She stands with her shoulders rigid and her arms crossed. Her two associates shuffle awkwardly behind her, their hands shaking. They look terrified. I told you not to come in. You shouldn't be in here. She makes a visible effort to keep her cool, but the tremor in her voice gives her away. Listen to me. You've made a horrible mistake. One wrong move, and you'll release God knows what into the room. You're beginning to sound like a broken record, Doc. Tang raises her hands in a calming gesture. Just hear me out. We all want to walk out of here alive. I think that much is obvious. There's no going back now, so my associates and I are willing to cooperate with you to move things along faster. So this is me cooperating. Just tell me what you want and I'll give it to you. No more arguments. Let's see. Tell me about the super disease you're cooking up in here. It has a cure, right? The doctor blinks at you. Her voice goes cold. You're talking about pathogen GT009 SARS-3. That's the one. Tell me about it. I can't. I'm sorry, but all information on GT0... She cuts herself off. I mean, SARS-3 is classified. And for good reason. It's one of the worst things that we've ever produced in this lab. We can't let you... Her eyes fly open. You're not here to take GT009, are you? Please tell me that isn't what you're here to do. Let's see. I told you to tell me about the disease. Are you going to do it, or do I have to force you to? She glances at her associates, both cowering behind her and shaking violently. You hear one of them murmuring something in a language unknown to you. From the cadence of the words, you'd guess it's a prayer. She exhales slowly through her rebreather. Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. SARS-3 is a Category 4 lethal pathogen. It's 99.98% fatal, excruciatingly painful, and kills within a matter of weeks. As of right now, the only cure is a prototype antibody treatment. We're still working on fine-tuning it. In case you haven't been paying attention, I'm going to say this one more time. SARS-3 is terrible. It's easily the cruelest, most infectious, and most lethal thing ever to have come out of this lab. It cannot be allowed into the wild. I was attacked by some of your test subjects of yours on the way here. Seems like you're experimenting with more than just pathogens. Tang's eyes scan the ground at her feet. I suppose there's no withholding information at this point, is there? Nope. You see the doctor's cheeks pull downward as she frowns beneath the mask. She nods her head somberly. The two researchers behind the doctor mimic her gesture, their heads bobbing up and down like a couple of pigeons. They're part of a study called Project Silver Dream. Each subject has had one of our prototype BTL chips implanted inside them. The project aims to create a perfect switch for sleeper agents and spies, one that can remain undetected by current scanning and identification technology. As of right now, the Prophet is still in early testing. The project. Our subjects are more often used as test beds for new cyberware, while the Silver Dream BTL chip is being refined, since all of our field experiments have only achieved partial success. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to manage complete control over the subjects. Your run-in with them wasn't an accident, as I'm sure you know by now. It was, a hasty decision on my end. You know why I did it. They were the only thing standing between you and my lab, and I was trying to avoid a containment breach. I stand by that decision for what it's worth. Is there a way to disconnect them? The program runs on a delicate framework. Casual tinkering with the system could be dangerous, not just for our machines, but for the subjects as well. There's a specific order in which they must be released, by first disconnecting the matrix interlocks, followed by a supervised override of the SimSense feeds. One wrong move and it could fry the user. If I were to try to recontain the subjects right now without help of the proper permissions, I'd probably flub it. It would in turn trigger the station's matrix defenses, which would only make a bad situation worse. I want to know more about how SARS-3 kills. The disease works by replicating the identifying features of white blood cells. It tricks the immune system into ignoring it, and then it self-replicates at an exponential rate. During this early phase, while it's colonizing the body, a patient doesn't experience any overt symptoms, just a mild temperature and an elevated white cell count. That's it. She pauses. Are you sure you want me to go on? It's pretty gruesome. I didn't tell you to stop. Alright, okay, here we go. Once the virus has thoroughly colonized the host, it begins a devastating attack on the body. It rapidly infects epithelial cells, inserting its own RNA and at such a tremendous rate that the cell membranes rupture, spewing cytoplasm and virons into the surrounding cells. By the time the attack has begun, the damage dealt is almost immediately irreversible. So what's that got to do with messing up your lungs? The virus induces a hypersensitivity reaction in its host. Lungs fill with mucus and sputum, leading to hypoxia. Victims drown in their own fluids. We spent a long time developing GT0009. The secret was hybridizing the standard SARS coronavirus with a third strain of virality-induced toxic allergy syndrome, VTES3. That's why standard treatments won't work. That's pretty horrible. Yeah, well, don't want to be an I told you so, but she shrugs. It's a bioweapon. They don't have much deterrent value if they aren't horrible. She sighs, her eyelids heavy. Anyway, there you have it, SARS-3, my baby. I'm not exactly proud of having made it. Tell me about the cure. How do we fix somebody who's been exposed? We developed a strain of monoclonal antibodies in tandem with the disease. It isn't perfect, but it works. That's the only cure. Let's see here. just freak them out. Cough. You know, those test subjects looked a little pale, maybe even sick, do you think? The doctor instinctively raises her hands to cover her mouth and nose. You can't be serious. If they were infected, then... Her eyes dart back and forth as she runs through the variables in her head. No, you should be fine. It takes more exposure than a shared space. If you had prolonged exposure, maybe, but no, the risk is 1 in a million. You're fine. Could any of the Silver Dream test subjects been infected with SARS-3? No. No way. There isn't a researcher in the station who would do such a thing. She stops as if stricken by a thought. Wait. Dr. Guy came to me a couple months ago asking for a SARS-3 sample. I didn't think it was unusual at the time. All of us were in Gamma-4, need of occasional sample for further studies, but... But what? As far as I know, I never received his report on that sample. The sample itself was never returned either. The way our system works, it's impossible to take or return samples without our computers logging the transaction, which means that he either still has it or he used it somehow. The last of the color drains from Tang's face. His numbers were slipping too. We were contacted by the board not long before he requested that sample, but I can't imagine he'd be desperate enough to use it in such a risky and uncontrolled environment and on such a valuable subjects. But I have to concede that it's a possibility. And what about this facility? Can it really keep your project safely inside? I want details. Well, nothing's ever completely foolproof, but any subject as sensitive as ours requires a lot of very careful controls and strict adherence procedures. Shall we say is very strict about safety for obvious reasons. She begins ticking off items on her fingers. Reducing the number of potential exposures is one way we've prepared for an outbreak scenario. We run a skeleton crew, maybe 200 workers at most. That's a skeleton crew? I guess we're in China. As you can imagine, living down here for long periods can be difficult. People rarely acclimate enough to last more than a couple months. To prevent our projects from suffering, Shaiwase cycles its employees out every 14 weeks. There are no break days while working in the underwater cycle, but it's greatly compensated during our off months. Still, people find a way to get bored, so we try not to keep anyone on staff that we don't need. Most of our security and menial labor is handled by drones, and we still have a few flesh and blood security personnel. I think that Commander Gara's been down here longer than anybody, but mostly it's all drones for the blue-collar work. The doctor gives you a sideways look. This can't be why you broke into my lab. I guess I understand how you might be curious about an underwater laboratory, but I don't know all that much, really. Only what I told you. Well, I've heard enough. Now there's just the matter of what to do with you and your team. She raises her arms, palm towards you. She's sweating. Wait, just wait. Before you do anything, please listen. We aren't bad people. We're scientists who were assigned a dreadful task and who did what they had to keep their jobs. That kind of thing happens to everybody. I bet it's even happened to you. Please don't hold our professionalism against us. Let us go and maybe we can do some good out there for a different corporation. Don't kill us. I'm not like you, Doc. I don't kill unless I have to. And I don't make excuses for myself when I do. Now take your men and get out of here. Janet's head jolts up in surprise. Her associates look at each other as if expecting you to change your mind and maybe convinced your words are a trick. Janet takes a step forward. Her voice stutters. I don't know what to say. I didn't think you'd... Thank you for sparing us. I won't forget this. They're gonna run away? Alright. Duncan grunts as Tang and our researchers pass through the door. Not much else we could have gotten from them anyway. Let's get out of here. With the sterilization countdown, the Silver Dream thugs on our heels, and the disease that might be loose around here, we'd better start hauling ass back to the sub-bay. Let's not forget what we were contracted to do. The cure our clients requested should be somewhere within this laboratory. The flashing light of a nearby console catches your eye. With a static click, the handful of monitors mounted around the lab displays an unfamiliar face. Attention all staff, this is Commander Gara. I've ordered a code-red security lockdown due to a facility infiltration. All personnel should cease working and report to the safe rooms in Sector 9 immediately. The intrusion has compromised our operation, which has triggered a sterilization sweep. In 30 minutes' time, a squadron of drones will deoxygenate the premise to prevent the escape of any loose pathogens. If you haven't reported to Sector 9 by that time, you will not survive the sweep. A siren blares over the intercoms as the lab's monitors replace Commander Gara's heart features with a countdown timer. Moments later, a computer-generated voice activates. Matrix system wipe initiated. Sterilization system on standby. All personnel report to Sector 9. I suppose we have no choice... Sorry. I suppose we have no choice but to leave, and quickly. Their sector commanders will no doubt have localized overrides for the trams. We'll need to eliminate them to escape. He shakes his head. Unfortunate, I was hoping to indulge in some of our necessary, disposals before we left. He wanted to eat people. Let's not linger, but before we leave we should consider the test subjects. They didn't choose this fate. Shawase made the decision for them. So should we lock them up or set them free? Your call, Highwayman. If we are to do anything about them at all, we will have to do something about it before the lockdown counter is finished. Once it happens, we will lose access to the Matrix and every computer in this lab. Oh, we're in turn-based mode. Alright. Oh, and we're being attacked by enemies. Alright. Didn't expect that to happen. They mentioned fighting, but I didn't expect them to actually come into this specific chamber to fight us when they're planning on wiping out the entire facility. Alright. Oh god, they're behind us too. And the system shutdown is in 5 turns. Alright, there's a lab safe. That's where I need to get for my objective. Okay, let's get busy then. Go ahead and self-cast. Damage and all sorts of bonuses there. Best chance of hitting is this guy over here, 73. Celestial Mana Fist will go through his armor. Oh, 99 over here. Oh yeah, the moment I chose this spell, actually, they all became much more easier to hit. Captain, oh, a Conjurer and a Grenadier. None of that, please. Stopping you. What do I want to do back here? There's a terminal I could use. Oh man, there's a lot going on in this chamber. So that's the cure. I could use that terminal to try to set people free, but I have to get you all the way in there, which is not easy. I have to spend most of a turn just running towards it. Here we go. If I send this melee character over here, he can try to keep them busy for a while. Here. You can run into the middle of this group and release disease. There we go. That'll cause a mess for some of these units. Meanwhile, you should probably get behind some cover. Oh, the cover's garbage in here. Maybe it's not even worth it to try. There's the AP grenade. 99% chance of landing right here. Cool. Oh, shit. God damn it. The Grenadiers in this game, I keep forgetting about how insane they are. Well, that really screwed me. Duncan's gonna be standing still for a while. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was so bad that it might be a good idea to reload. Shit. Well, I'm destroying these guys' AP over here at least. So that strategic use of that attack is definitely going to pay off for the moment. I need to go grab the sample though. Let's see, how much AP left? Takes 1 to get down here. There we go, refrigeration unit. There we go, we got the antibodies. Can I make it back to attack him still? 71% chance, alright. Punchy punchy! Alright, let's jack you in. Yep, jack in. Dr. Tang. There's a lot going on right now. God, that was really dumb of me with Duncan. Alright. Start chopping away at the drone on this character, maybe? Can I not? Oh, did I block all line of sight by doing what I did? Or some other problem happening here? AP damage and stuff? Pew! Thrown attacks. Let's see. I can start healing myself. Not necessary yet. 2 armor and 1 dodge for a few rounds. Let's do that. I'm about to be targeted. Oh, it activates immediately. Okay. No, not water. Metal stance. Am I in the wrong stance right now? Metal stance. Oh, I am in metal stance already. We're good. I can't attack these characters right now. Don't have any fun things to throw around right now. Claw attacks. They hit adjacent. Yeah, it lets me target you with that attack for some reason. Alright. Well, that made a mess. Duncan, no! Poor guy. I screwed it up so bad. Alright, he should be able to go next turn, though. He'll have like 1 AP, but he'll at least get to have a turn. Oh, they're reducing my movement. Rude. Hey! Okay, the sheer number of attacks they're getting is rough. We're so severely outnumbered right now. Alright. Let's get in there. Isabel. Careful now. Wouldn't want to get caught now, would we? No, get behind it. Shit. What? What? How was I not behind it? God damn it. Alright, well. Surprise, I still don't like doing this part of the game. It's just awkward, really. Alright, well that was not very effective. Killer. Now he's hanging in there. Well, that's bad for me. I'm not a big fan of the stealth mechanic in this game. Oh, I missed? Really? 72% chance. Come on. There we go. The stealth just feels awkward, honestly. And sometimes feels like I'm getting caught when I'm not supposed to. And the game's music just cut out? What if I, like, click on, like... Okay, the game's still running. Okay. This one's a new one for me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I think I just accidentally hit enter and quit my turn? Oh, maybe it was trying to load the fact that it was supposed to switch to me now? Like enough time had passed? I don't know. I don't know how to interpret what just happened. I'll just move on with my life. Hey, folks, how you doing? How do you feel about getting chopped up a lot? Because that's what I like to do. I like to chop the crap out of people. With my sword. Friend. Choppy choppy. How do you feel about more HMHVV infected lungs? Woo! Alright, well you're just sort of rotting away now, aren't you? Choppy choppy. Alright. Duncan's still out for a turn, that's rough. Well, I can get a free attack from this. If I take out the Conjurer, I think we'll lose this summon. And I did not do so. Duncan, poor guy. He's just wibbly wobbling in the middle of the room forever. It's sad. Hey, stop it. Hey. Well, he killed his friend, so at least the summon's gone. Oh, that drone's coming in. Alright. I think I might have... I might have accidentally bumped the numpad enter key. That might have been what happened. Let's see. Let's start summoning. Can't summon very far away, unfortunately. Probably should have spent a turn just moving forward more. Probably would have been the smart thing to do. Here. Yeah, I really should just approach as much as I can in one turn, right? I always have so much trouble with the fact that they have bad accuracy that I probably should just charge in. There we go. Assassinate. Friend. Oh yeah, he's dead. Cool. I'm getting a lot of trace right now. Hot lab, safe control. Oh, we went for the safe on accident. That's not really what I was going for. Oh, they're all grouping up and also running away from the guy that I just ran over there, which is kind of annoying. Tar trap. Cool. Killer. There we go. How about my other high damage character? Oh, you can't do assassinate? Alright. Direct attack. There we go. Alright, now work on these guys. Not as effective. Medic's not very necessary right now. Sniffer. Erosion. It does damage over time. Yep, the main attack was strong enough to finish him off at least. Alright, work on this dude. He's right here. You can reach him. Oh, well, they're almost down. There's that one over there being a pain. Let's head over there and use killer. 91% chance of hitting. He is not down, is he? Alright. Hopefully you can finish this guy off with your weak attack, right? Come on, one more. Got him, cool. Let's see if... 69... Well, shooting him twice from here is probably better than moving and just guaranteeing a miss. Unless they both miss. Oh, well, that's a bad start. Come on. Got him. The game's chugging, weirdly. Don't know why. Nothing else has been chugging today, so I don't think it's my computer. Alright, here we go. I could force it, but it would cause an ambush, so let's avoid that. Alright, here we go. There we go. Alright, next. Arrow... M arrow colon thing, whatever. M arrow colon thing. M line... That's not this one. This one? M arrow colon... Could be this one too. No, it has a line over here. No, this one. Yes, this one. Got it. 20 seconds to go. Unfortunately, this safe was not what I was here for. But hey, everybody. Now we have access to the safe. That's exciting. And not how you save a bunch of kidnapped people's lives. That unfortunately might still be activated as part of a sleeper program, so it might be even dangerous to let them out, but it seems horrible to leave them here too. They're basically our people. Let's see here. Probably just want to just go charging through while it's facing the other direction. I don't think I can make it. Let's go the long way around. Go, 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 go! Drone control system. I made it. Cool. No combat. Alright, here we go. The faster I get out of here, the faster we can help with combat. Alright, W. Arrow. WW arrow. WW arrow. WW. Show me something, come on. Arrow. Okay, show me something else besides the W's and the arrows. There, M. M. There we go, it's this one. Shit, it's not that one. Oh, shit. 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 Alright, well, now I'm just blowing it. Let's just go to the next. Oh no, I'm actually blowing it for once. Arrow. That line. Fucking W. Arrow. It is this one, right? Cool. Shook me a little bit when I actually made a mistake. I'm like, oh crap, that's never happened before. I don't think it has, anyway. Not for a long time, at least. Accessing the master drone control node, you quickly disable the facility's drone network. The system hiccups a few times and begins to reboot the process. Once it's finished, a series of status messages pop up. Apparently you haven't just deactivated one segment of the drone network, you've sent every drone in the facility into standby mode. You definitely won't have to deal with any drone-based opposition on here on out. Well, that's handy. So the drones we're currently fighting just got knocked out. But I don't think any of the terminals in here... Those were the only two paths, right? So whatever's going on here, I can't... Neither of those things involved, I thought we were going to try to release everybody. Maybe down there? Oh yeah, did I start over here? I think I did start over... No, I did start over there, didn't I? I think that it was the beginning over there. So there's no other... If there's no other doors, then I can't save everybody? Or try to? They did say that it could kill everybody if we even try, but... It seemed messed up to leave them here, but... Is there anything else here? Does the lab safe... Summon Spirit... Research Terminal... What's down there? The exit, I guess? Looks like all the drones disappeared immediately. Cool. There's the safe. Wow, he is just gonna be out forever, isn't he? Okay. Let's grab the safe real quick. The safe is unlocked. Seems the Matrix was the key to opening it. Several chilled vials are contained within the safe box. You reach in and pick up the disease form. You reach in and pick out the disease form the lineup. What? Oh, from the lineup, I guess. So, oh yeah, we got SARS 3 disease. Oh, it's pay data. That's some dark shit. But hey, making money by sharing horrible diseases. Coup de grace. Bam. You're down. There's significantly fewer enemies around here now. I guess I should just charge in to help out. Should I have you just continue to look at stuff over here? There's a terminal over here I could check out in our like one remaining turn. Before we get locked out of the system, at least. I'll just go ahead and come charging in. I'm over here, bros. Poor Duncan, we miss you. You used to be a participant in this fight, but I had to go and blow it like that by immediately causing myself that problem. Die, Grenadier. Well, now he's screwed. Now it's time to exact my revenge, asshole. By making you the one person who doesn't die. Well, I guess you're gonna die because we're probably not gonna carry you out of here. So you're just going to die when the whole place goes down. Bunchy bunchy! Lightning attacks for the free hits. Follow up. Alright. See what we can do here. Metal stance. Just to avoid him getting a turn. Pew! Does he still have more AP? That's crazy. Let's do Heaven Stance. And just chop away. It's gotta stop living eventually. Hey, Isabel. What's on here? Dr. Tang, override SimSense feeds. Command selected. Are you sure you want to override the SimSense feeds? This may cause erratic connectivity issues for subjects inside the Matrix. Yes? Overridden. There we go. We disengaged the Silver Dream SimSense feed. We'll see if that lets anybody out or if they're all just going to die horribly. But I did it. I did the thing I needed to do. One less way that people die, hopefully. Let's head down here because we still have AP. Go for the headshot if we can. Down. Hey, we defeated everybody. Everything went well, basically. Wow. I think that was the last turn and I accomplished everything, even though one of us was knocked out the whole time. That was more or less the best that could have done, I think. Boop.